Hi, Internet. I'm Tango, and these are Tango's takes. And the take for this week is I don't think I can actually summarize it. I'm going to try to call it Bodily Autonomy and Civil Rights because that's honestly what got me going. And I almost recorded this much earlier this week. Hey, and if you're in the United States or aware of what's happened in the United States recently, you can guess what set me off. For the first time in known history, there was a leak from the Supreme Court of the United States, wherein a Supreme Court justice, and I don't remember if this is one of the ones that was appointed by questionable means or not under Trump, had drafted a quote majority opinion to overturn Roe versus Wade, which gives women the right to an abortion in the United States. There are a lot of problems with that statement. And I honestly think the best line I've heard today is, do you know what we call animals that don't have a say in whether or not they can reproduce? Livestock. Women, people capable of getting pregnant, more specifically, are not livestock. Outside of some situation I cannot currently fathom, the federal government should not have a say. No government should have a say in health choices that do not impact the general public safety. This includes, but is not limited to, birth control, abortions, transgenderism, getting a C-section. Wait, let's pretend for a moment that you aren't going through any of that. You just don't want to have kids anymore. Getting your tubes tied, ladies. Well, persons with appropriate reproductive systems. I'm getting there, I promise. There are some states that you have to get a male partner's consent if you have a legal male partner, aka husband. There's no reason for it. None. And yet we keep passing laws related to it. Now, I recently saw a take, and this is what really set me off, where somebody equated bodily autonomy, specifically in regards to abortion and birth control, to mask requirements. No, those aren't even close to related. The federal mask requirements that should be reinstated, in my opinion, have nothing to do with bodily autonomy and have everything to do with public health. Abortions, nothing to do with public health. Persons who are capable of getting pregnant should have a right to choose. They shouldn't be forced to carry a child to term that they are not prepared for. Maybe their situation has changed. Maybe they were raped. Maybe, some of these laws mean that if the baby starts to grow in the wrong part of the body and you get it terminated to save your life, it's still an abortion and still a crime. Never mind that baby could not have been safely born. That is unacceptable. And this all ultimately connects back to civil rights. Because as soon as we tell people, well, because of a thing you're capable of, or who you are by some physical appearance, or your basic nature, such as loving a person of the same gender or having no gender at all, that you have a problem and we are going to regulate you, we are taking away rights. That is unacceptable. Folks, voting has not been enough. The Democratic Party has had the opportunity multiple times since Roe versus Wade to get abortion rights passed as law and set a precedent to establish civil rights for every human being in the United States and beyond to a moderate extent. and they have not. Your vote is no longer enough to change the world. Your actions will change the world. And maybe that action is something not quite legal. Maybe that action is running for office yourself locally and building up to a point where you can impact local laws, whether we're talking county, city, state. Changing the world does not start from the top. Changing the world starts at the bottom. You change the foundation and the world changes around you. So please, do what you need to do to stay safe and healthy out there so I can see you next time.